Welcome back to Pops and Pinos. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as the Yanuwa. We're going for the Australia-Hungary achievement. We have to form Australia and subjugate Hungary. We're about to click a pretty relevant button. We accrued enough reform progress here to become a Horde, because the Great Plains are calling to us. Which will turn our technology group to nomadic, which I believe will allow us to form Australia. Not immediately, obviously, because I don't think we have all the land we need. But it should give us the technical ability. It also settles us down. We should have all our tribal land as actual land and become a real person and be able to, you know, take land and stuff, which I like. So I don't know that I want to wait for anything else here. Let's just have a quick look. We'll settle everything. Gives no benefits. Nomad can raise provinces. Step govern, movement speed, yada 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 yada. I think this is fine. I think I'm happy with this. What's this? Tribal identity. Well, oh, I can just stay migratory? That seems terrible. No. No. Bam. Immediately gets unrest. For reasons. Probably cultural issues. I have a few... we have 0% of our culture in our state cores. I assume because most of our stuff isn't stated in court. We should probably immediately fix that and then also accept some folks. What just popped up here? Income, improve capital. New stuff. Oh, I should have considered that this would become my capital. Maybe put it as. But it's a fine province, but it's not a great province. It's also a grain province. Ugh. Do we still get the monastic breweries here? No, we don't. Must have been a tribal thing that's gone rogue there. We also want to go through reforms a little bit, I guess. Should have done that before a court. There might have been corn cost reduction somewhere. So what do we get here? We have national manpower. No, we don't need that anymore. We don't have a federation anymore to keep happy. More tax and corruption reduction. I think I like that more. Stab cost modifier reduction, gain in unity is okay. Or cheaper land maintenance. Land maintenance. Guess I take the religious society. See, there's core cost reduction. Another stab cost modifier. Or, which we definitely want later, the tribal thing there. The one tribal thing, yes. Retaining our tribal hierarchy. For now, I think I'll centralize power. Just seems more useful immediately. And then we have tribal reformation. Which... Wait, do I just immediately get to move out of Horde? What is this? It could just become a monarchy. Huh. Technology group changes to Aboriginal. Do we just always swap back? That's funny, but weird. Just +2 Horde unity is a lot. Raising power gain seems powerful, but just counteracting the Horde unity loss that we get, at least the base, is huge if we don't get to do a lot of wars, which we might not be able to get to do early on, because there's only so much Australia to war on. Okay, I'm interested. Let's quickly check whether Form Australia is here. There we go. We don't have Architect 10, we can't do it yet. But yes, our move to the thing enabled the ability. So I'll move to being a Horde. Okay, so we have to stay a Horde for a while. So I'm not gonna go ahead and do any of the go back to the other things. And I'm gonna go with the yearly Horde unity, because that seems just smart to me for now. All right. Reform's done. Now we go back to coring. Oh, everything was already cored. It's just a setting thing, so we didn't actually lose out there with the coring cost reduction. Okay. We do have some money. We probably want to build some build. I'm going to assume that these numbers will change in a moment when we actually get our actual autonomy. Now, would I be able to... Don't know that I wouldn't be able to embrace anymore, because we are now no longer primitive. So we should definitely be looking into developing ourselves an institution or two. Well, can't do two at once, but I want to look for development. Let's wait a month for stuff to come in. Yeah. People won't rivalry anymore. I think we lose all our rivals here because we just became very powerful. Yep. Autonomy should have gone down. It did. Which should mean that I can actually look at real things. Okay, temples. Good marketplace in Bashdala. Pretty bad everywhere else. And we don't know what a workshop is yet. How much money is there in our trade node? Feels like temples might be worth more right now than that marketplace. Start building temples. Let's also go ahead and look at development. I did say at the end of last episode that I didn't want to reform then, because there would be a lot of clicking. And I think now you see why, maybe why I said that. It's quite expensive to development for us, and I'm not sure why. We don't have any real negative modifiers here. Ooh, we might actually be looking at... Well, we want to improve capital, right? I think that's just a given. We may or may not be developing in the capital, but 10% dev cost reduction is nice, of course. But what I meant is that I feel like there's an idea thing here. If we hold out for another 3 ideas, we get another 10% dev cost reduction. That's a lot of ideas to hold out for. I could focus on mill to help with that. Let's do that. I have no rush developing the institution really, because we don't necessarily need to take a tech immediately. Farm estate would be, workshop would be nice. Obviously mill tech at some point would be nice, but we're not in any real rush with any of that. So I think that's okay. Does it mean I built another temple? It probably does. Oh, I should also now be able to build real boats, shouldn't I? I definitely want to start investing in a fleet. Kind of weirded out by the fact that we're still a tribe. I mean, maybe the hordes are just always tribes. Oh, become horde. We're not a real horde. Oh, maybe I should have looked at that. Has enacted. One of the following must be true. Has not enacted steppe nomads. Which is this. Which we're locked into. Okay, so you can't reform into steppe nomads and then become a horde. I might have to look up on the mechanics. This feels... Being stuck in this seems weird. I mean, I can always switch out later, I suppose, and become get the Aboriginal Technology Group again. Which is probably fine once we do form Australia. But it isn't right now. I do want to keep getting mill points. Let's keep that up. So you can have the Great Plains call to you, and then you become a tribal nomad, steppe nomad, I think, which we are. But then you cannot become a horde. It's kind of confusing to me. Why is that? Not available due to Has not enacted stat nomads. Has enacted become Horde. One of the following must be true. But become Horde is the button. Is this button, right? How could that be true when I don't understand. But do I need to understand? Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no. Bengal risk. Oh, we just learned about a lot of stuff because I see. I see. Changing our technology group gave us the vision of our technology group. Which is the weirdest thing. Look at what we know now. That's so Ming, you're not doing too well there. It did teach us a lot. You know, clicking that button. Huh? Warren Jerry wants to share my maps of the Eastern Indian Ocean. Give me some prestige for it. Sure. I don't think it matters in the slightest at all. Hot unity. So we're looking for wars now, right? We should still have a truce to you and you and you. We don't have a truce to you, which would immediately also give us an attack on the Myanjin, not on the Palawa. No, I don't know that I have a good Cow's Belly. 0, it's not a good Cow's Belly. So we need them to move next to us and then try to fabricate, which is kind of weird. Or we try to fabricate. No, we can't fabricate on the Wujundari. For one, they're our friends. But more importantly, we don't border them at all. So maybe these folks are the first ones to matter. Unless we get to fabricate a claim first. Considering the big change we made, this feels a lot less impactful than what I expected. Should probably be looking at that cult thing again, though. Is there anything I wanted? I could have looked at construction cost reduction, but it wouldn't have saved me much. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this open. Trade conflict against the counter. Hello, neighbor. Please don't run away. Spinal book, spinal book. Well, let's check whether we have some sort of neighboring. Because we're a horde, do we have some nice CB? We do not. So build a spy network, please. And do it before they can run away again. Be married. Ooh, 442. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, you're not my neighbor. You're my neighbor, but we have a truce. 29, not that long, actually. Let's come home from the corner. No, I'm going to come home from the corner, but the other ones. With the other diplomat, I'm going to build a spy network on the Orans. And one sad thing here about the Orans. Ooh. 20% fertility in the top end. It's probably still a bad place to develop. 59, still a pretty bad number because of that coastal desert. So the Orans are sitting in their own tribal land. So if we attack them, we can just take the one province. It's a good province and I want it. But we won't be able to take that province and other land thanks to tribal land. It would be great if they were to move into Wiradjuri, but that's unlikely. And I don't think I can fabricate and claim tribal land. Might be wrong. Could I claim this place? No, that's not even a button for it. 50 dip for mercantilism, still worth it. Had better prices, but it's worth it. We do need to read up on this. I mean, once we have 50 government reform. We can move back at any point in time. Just that I don't know what else the technology group's going to do to me. Oh, they did actually move. Peace kept. Gain stability. Good. I mean, I'm a horde. I shouldn't be keeping peace, but... So they moved, which is good in a way. It means we can't fabricate a claim on Aora, but we should still be able to fabricate a claim here unless they move again. And... Am I fabricating here, on here, the corner? Yeah, I can't fabricate on you right now. I think we're going to keep the guy in... Oh, we have estates, I forgot. Well, probably one estate, just the tribes. Yeah. The things I should pay attention to. I don't know that I've played with tribes ever since the new estates came in, so we're going to have a look at what we can do here. Less loot for some loyalty. Just loyalty and influence, which is probably just a good button. Cheaper generals, manpower. Oof. This is not particularly tempting, I must say. I'm going to grant the greater autonomy, just so we have that equilibrium a bit higher. But otherwise, oof. Right? Loss of equilibrium, so bleh. Nothing really good. I mean, the army tradition decay reduction is actually quite good. How's our tradition? We have like none. I feel like we might have like none. Oh, we have 18, so we'd lose the full bunch. How much time would it take for this to pay for itself? 0.5 reduction in decay. Yearly, so 30 years later we're back to the same tradition we have. And it's gonna be worth it in the long run. I don't actually know if that's... how this number's gonna work out, the 5%, 0.5%. Will it count against the plus 5% from base value here, which would be terrible? Or will it actually be 0.5, which would be pretty good? If it's just a tenth of this, it would be terrible. But I don't get to choose it anyway. Oh, you need to have high tradition to even be able to click it. I see. Don't think I need to spend loot on this. It's cheap. Doesn't hurt much, but it's not... I don't think it's something we're looking for. I'm not clicking the other state buttons just yet because I want them to be at 55 loyalty. So when I click summon the diet, they go to 45, so they go to 50 and I can then steal their land. Is my thinking here. I do want this claim. Stat. I think I want to stop paying my armies. Start paying my armies. The others stop. And I probably also want to sit in Butcherlung. We want that war sooner rather than later, but because if they move out of this, I probably don't have a CB against them anymore. Will I fight anyway? Oh, that's a lot of people. Wait. I have truce when again? 29? Oh, we have some time still. We should check out that this is not a thing. At least not the Wujundari, if you can avoid it. Everybody else might be okay. You. Can I make you break alliance? Probably not. No, 20. Oh, 29. Okay. Okay, do we have favors with you? We do. Maybe you want a bit more then. Let's go ahead and curry them. Did my force limit change in any way, shape, or form? It did. In a big way, shape, or form. I guess I don't need to pay my army right now. Because we're not going to war just yet. It will go bigger in size though. Well, a lot of money. Yunnan Protectorate, okay. Ming doing Ming things. Oh. I saw movement and things popping up, it was just my people. I think with our technological advantage this will be enough. Numbers-wise. Do you ever check the Age of Reformation whether there's anything we can do? Unify our culture, we'll get that eventually, sure. Convert a colonial empire? Yeah, probably. We're probably just gonna have to. Asian trade is actually somewhat likely. Humanist, we'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna come home from corner from now for now. Yet will decay then, but there's more Ming things in Ming, which does not seem to be going too well. Ah, poor Ming. Poor Ming. Haven't watched a Ming explosion in a while. I definitely haven't gotten all these events before. That's neat. Ah, I lost the good general. Yep. Our only general. And I guess I have a ruler that wants to be general because we have a decent heir. That 2 in weak claim. Probably still want to do it. Probably still want to make them a ruler. Yeah, this should be enough. 45. Some that died. Well, I guess I take the proposal of the tribes. 90 Horde unity, okay. I guess I'll take it. I didn't consider what this means. What having only one estate means when you summon the diet. Did I not get more? I must have gotten more land. Kinda looked like I didn't, but I think I did. I do like that my unity is not decaying at peace here, thanks to our bonus. Also doesn't seem to be rising, even though it should be. Not sure why. Horse with low unity, please. What's the time on this again? Oh, we can make tributaries too. Forgot about that. And what did I say? November 29. And then we can break the thing in December 29. Support the throne. Considers to be in their debt. Gain 10 Horde unity. I've been told it's kind of good to click these. But 10 Horde unity will probably mean that we get a decay. No, it doesn't seem... let's find out. Let's grab the 10. See what we have to pay for. Nah, it doesn't seem to be decaying. Good. So it's not a percentage-based reduction there. Just a flat. Golden Era for Culture. Half price, that guy. Okay. How cheap is half price level 2 for us? 1.42 ducats. Oh, of course we lost all our tribal buildings. Right. New draperies in the Ottomans. I mean, sure. Do you have as much as you want to, Mr. O? Please don't run away just yet. I need to declare war on you in December. I think it's... Oh, we do have tribal conquest as a CV. I didn't see that before, but it's a thing we have. Cool. And we even have normal conquest for Aura as well. So yeah, we don't need to fabricate, I don't think. We can just hit people. Still don't want my friends to join the war on the other side. On the wrong side of history. Actually, I want to start building at least a boat. any cheap places to do it fast? That would be negatory. Take another one of these. National manpower modifier. Idea cost reduction, that. And then the development cost reduction as well. One more and then we can go. Favors for soldiers. Sure. I don't actually think we get the favors. I don't know that I should ever agree, but they're my ally. I don't mind giving them some soldiers. I have no gas. Assuming we do get to break that alliance in a minute. Which is just something I am assuming here. You should really get the favors. I don't think we did get the favors, but I feel like that should be the thing, right? If you trade favors for something, then the other side should be getting this. It's weird because they accumulate over time, but what else do I get? Why would I ever say yes? Unless I'm actually trying to subsidize my ally there. Not sure. Tuesday aura, good. I'm almost in. 2nd of December, break lines with the aura. Yes, do it. Come home. Speed 4. Declare war. Now, travel conquest or conquest. 75 aggressive expansion, 100% precision cost for conquest. Okay, and here I get just more AE. So sure, let's go for tribal conquest. Oh, I'm double A. I'm not paying my army, so that's bad. And I capped on dip, so that's bad. I guess I'm gonna do a few development clicks with dip here, even though we don't have the modifier just yet. And it's probably in Gobi. It is more expensive to do it in Gobi than say in Yaman, but not much. And we get a lot more. We get 2.16 feudalism here and 0.66 feudalism there. So I think it's almost certainly Gobi. Let's crash development and give it a click a dip. Or 2. Oh, 3. Oops. Also got rid of our devastation. It's actually quite nice. Speed 5 it for a moment here, so we get our morale back and then we do declare. Really hope they don't run yet. Dang it! Oh, it was just my mistake. If I had my morale up, we would now also be able to take Virojury. I don't think I'll wait. I think I'll just go now. You gonna come back? No. Right, because when there was tribal land here and they were sitting in Virojury, I could have been taking both places in the war. Now I can only take the one. Ah well. Leader, ruler, become a general. Oh, I recruited one. That's not the button I meant to press. Dang it. Mistakes will follow more mistakes. Corner, Palaver, Mianjin. It'll have to do. I hope. Let's go crush these immediately. Try. Can't because they're running away. It's not speed 5. Let's crush somebody else then. Try to. They're coming to Duruk. I'm coming to Duruk. That seems like a good thing. Even though it's Highlands, so we're gonna have a negative modifier here. But if we get to beat them up before they get to meet up, that seems like a good thing. I'm beating them up and not... Oh no, we are stack wiping. Good. Now you, where are you going? To UN. Alright, we'll want to try and catch these two. And then probably go north. Definitely go north. Even. Can I catch you in UN? I can. When do we catch you? 3rd of June. So let's wait until the 1st. Oops, wrong button. Shouldn't have hurt us, no. I meant to shift consolidate. I actually consolidated. But since we had less than a full stack missing. That didn't cost us. Alright, you 82 folks, you can sit on this guy and stop him from doing anything. You guys go north. Check. Aha. Don't think I have a way to really deal with that southern problem right now. Which means we always have to keep an eye on this stack. They might just send more. So what I want to do is crush the north if I can. And then come back and protect the south. So I think that's what we're looking for here. We do get to fight these guys in Gooby Gooby. I feel like I have one more enemy than I accounted for. But I mean, it's my mistake, isn't it? Yep, buy that mercantilism again. I do like getting all these stack wipes. That's just excellent. It makes these wars a lot less prolonged. I didn't take the military cult. Oh, I didn't take any military cult. Oh, this one's not going to be a wipe, is it? No. You're probably going to run to Eora. It would be a problem. I'm going to follow with most of my guys. I will attack into Bajara with my 3 once these guys lock in. And I guess I take the general for a moment here. I move them back to the other army once we dealt with this battle. But I would like to see a stack wipe here if we can. Not deal with more roaming armies, and we do get it. Okay, how do I do this quickest? We do this and that and that. Run out. And once we're in Woolly Woolly, we should be able to jump over here. Good. Now, get you on Beery. Make sure they don't reinforce. My money's actually dropping down quite quickly here. We're not over the force limit, but we have a lot of reinforcements to do. Anything I can do to not take a loan here? Discipline, merchant, morale, no. These losses are pretty steep. I think I might just have to go for a loan. Didn't think this war would be that expensive, but clearly it is. Yeah, I also don't think I want to do the corrupt thing. Yes, we have passive corruption reduction, but we also have some corruption. So I don't actually think that that's good. Well, how good are these weird boats they have? How good is a... What I'm wondering is, can my bark here just beat up the transports of the natives? Or is that not a thing? What are they called again? War canoe, right? That's the last thing we do this episode. Let me just quickly grab some Googles. EU4 War Canoe. And then, how good is it? A war canoe has a hull strength of 4 and 1 cannon. To our... What do we have? Our 10 cannons and how much hull strength? 8. I don't know. I feel like we're probably not gonna get crushed. There's a good chance they won't even engage if we move out. But if they do, I think there's a good chance we won't get crushed. Speaking of not getting crushed, I think I'm going to move my armies to... Yeah... Oh, you're just dead, aren't you? I know you can run. Where did you come from, Palava? Have you run out? Seem to be in somewhat of a bad situation there. Taxes, production, or manpower. We have terrible trade goods. I'm going to take the taxes. No turns, just taxes. And then you should live, you should die. And we should really put a cut in here. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything at all to say, like, why the heck are you at speed 3? Then please do so down there in that comment section. Thank you folks for watching, and see you next time.